Alright, I'm going to show you guys 4K settings on a 3070 Ti with DLSS enabled, obviously, um, in Modern Warfare 2, the new one. But right here you're seeing is a picture of the settings of what they required for the previous, the 2019 Modern Warfare. And this is a good reference to go off of because this is what they actually explain what you're supposed to be using it for versus in the new one it doesn't tell you anything about it. So 4K you want to use performance on your DLSS. In 1440 you want to use quality. Okay. Other than that, that's about it. You want to use DLSS on everything. It's a technology that's part of the card that is badass and it should always be used. Um, Other than that, let's go there. Let's get out of there. Let's go to settings. So these are my settings. Put you in full screen. Okay. So 4K, 3070 Ti, and I'm getting in menu 130 frames using DLSS on performance with a 90 sharpness. Normal. As you can see, I'll get that little click to stop here by doing this. So all your other stuff you want to keep. Particles, I keep low because I don't really care about particle explosions and stuff like that. Not a big issue with me. If it gives me more performance in a multiplayer game where it's all about shooting, stuff like that, I'm not really caring about visuals. I'm more about performance. Hence the reason why I can go 20-3 in my games. Tessellation is good for Warzone if you're running around in DMZ and stuff like that. So if you want to turn it on, you can turn it on. It's not going to be detrimental. Multiplayer, I have it off. Everything else, I basically have the settings that I have. So and these settings will work on anybody's computer. If you have anything lower, if you have a 3060 Ti, this will work. A 3070 Ti, this will work. So these settings are basically made to work with a majority of cards. 30 series, as you can see, ambient occlusion is off. 30 series cards don't use ambient occlusion. NVIDIA settings has it default set to off. Spot cache and shadow quality are low. Spot cache is going to be the most detrimental. Screen space shadows is just this, little corners of your screens that get darker, and I don't care for that either. Screen space reflections, that is also detrimental. You want to turn that off, or on low if you feel like it. That's your choice. And then turn these guys off. Depth of field, world motion blur, weapon blur, film grain down. Basically turn the video reflex low, latency on, and boost. Other than that, these settings are what I use in 4K, and I garner around, say, about 130 to 150 FPS. So playing Modern Warfare, so should not be an issue getting it with a 3060 Ti or a 3060. So, but that's it. That's my settings.